Hi and welcome back to Easy WordPress Websites. In the previous videos we've shown you how to install WordPress and begin customizing your WordPress website. But now that your website is ready to use, what do you write about? What do you put on your website that's going to cause people to want to come back and read your site over and over and over again? Let me tell you a few ideas of articles that you can write on your site, or even videos that you can create. How-to articles are great fodder for articles. Write about, we've used the example of a flower shop several times through these videos. If you're a flower shop, write about how to arrange flowers for Thanksgiving around Thanksgiving time. If you're a flower shop, write about how to keep your flowers from dying once you get them home. Write about the best types of flowers to pick for different seasons. Write about why some flowers last longer than others. Show people that you are the expert in your field by showing them how to do the things that you do. Don't give away your secrets. If you're a restaurant and you make a killer chili that no one else in the city makes, don't write a how-to article on how to make our secret sauce. That you're not going to do that. But you can make an article about how to make a great chili that includes all of the basic elements of making great chili. And that would be helpful to people, and they would come back to your site again just to see, hey, what's coming next from this person, or what's coming next from this company. Definition articles. If you work in a field that uses terms often that are complicated or hard to understand, the first one that comes to mind is insurance. If you work in insurance, and those terms that are presented and thrown around all the time are kind of complicated or hard to understand, take some time and define them for people in easy to understand language. Present a theory or argument. Talk about why your product is better than another person's product, or why your type of service is better than another type of service. Don't be afraid to tackle some of that controversy, or even to create controversy. Create a resource like a free report, white paper, or e-course. Again, if you are using the flower shop again, if you are a flower shop, create a 10-page ebook on how to properly plan the flowers for your wedding. And give that out to as many brides as what you possibly can, so that they begin to see that you're an expert in your field and you're looking out for them. You're willing to help them and willing to give them advice. And they'll come to you when they begin to think about, hey, who's going to do my flowers for my wedding? They'll think about that company that gave them that free advice. List articles. List articles are the top 10 ways to buy a house in Columbus, Ohio, or the top 10 neighborhoods where you should buy a house in Columbus, Ohio, the top 10 shoes for toddlers, the top 10 honeymoon spots, any of these types of things. List articles are amazing for SEO purposes too. You would be so surprised how many people find items on my site from searching for the top 10 WordPress ... Technical blueprints. Again, if you work in an industry where concepts or traditions or just processes that you work with are difficult to understand, don't be afraid to map them out for people. Draw them out. Show people how those processes work in your industry so that they can understand them better. And also what that does, again, is it sets you up as the expert. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in a really technical field. It could be like, if you're a mom blogger, you could create a blueprint on how to structure your day best. You just get creative about how to create these blueprints for people. Use Google keywords. Use Google keywords. And let me show you a little bit about what that is. If we can get my mouse, and we'll click on this link here. Google Keywords is a tool that allows you to search for keywords that Google uses for its ads. Let's show you what I mean. So let's say, let's go ahead and stick with the flower shop example. So we're going to use the keyword tool, and we're going to search the keyword of flowers, if this will load. What will happen is when we type in the word flower here, let's say flower and weddings, and then of course we have to type in our proof that we're not a spammer, and then click search. It's going to return a list of keywords that people search for that are somehow related to flowers and weddings. The very first thing that it will return are the exact words that you search for, and it will show you how many searches per month globally are done for the word flower and for weddings, and how many locally are done for those two words. But if you go below that, you'll begin to see other searches that are closely related to that. Flowers online, cheap flowers, sunflowers, Mother Day flowers, wedding ideas, wedding planning, sunflower online. And you can just keep looking down those, like, and you'll be able to see other keywords that are related to what you searched for. And so here's how you use this. For example, you see this one that says beach weddings? If you're a florist, take your flower keyword and combine it with beach weddings and write an article about flowers for a beach wedding, suggested flowers for a beach wedding, beautiful flowers for a beach wedding. And take your flower idea and write about flowers for wedding cakes. Or, make a top 10 list of the best wedding cakes, floral wedding cakes. And so what happens is you begin to combine your keywords with the existing keywords that people are already searching for, and that will drive traffic to your site. Okay, your backstory. Don't be afraid to tell people how you got where you are and why you chose to get where you are and what brought you there. I tell people the story about how I used to be a secretary in a church so that they understand I might be a nerd, but I'm not a nerd by training. And I want them to understand that I come from a background, excuse me, the same place where most of my clients started out. Having to bid out their website and getting bids back that were incredibly high that they couldn't afford. And so don't be afraid to tell people that story. Tell them your successes and failures along the way even. Have a customer of the day post or a customer of the week or month where you ask one of your customers if you can spotlight them and why they choose to shop with you and what they like about you. Customers will do it. Customers want to be spotlighted and thanked for shopping with you. Answer your customer questions. Don't be afraid to ask your customers, what do you need to know from me? How can I help you? And then answer those same questions publicly. If you have one customer asking that question, you most likely have 2 or 3 customers asking that question. Even if they're not coming to you to ask that question, they're probably still thinking it. Create tutorials. Again, these are some of the easiest things to create and the easiest way to set yourself up as an expert. If you're a cook, again, you can create tutorials all day long about how to bake or how to best store your kitchen equipment even. Create mind maps. These are, those sketches that you used to use where you started out with one word and it sort of flowed into another thought and another thought and another thought. This sort of cloud outline in your mind. I use a service called mindmeister.com to actually map out some of my thoughts like that and some of my ideas for different websites. Then you can save those and expand upon them and even share them and collaborate with them at mindmeister.com. Use comparison posts. I work with a client who sells AMSOIL oil, a high-tech synthetic oil, and the most requested articles on his site are the articles where he compares AMSOIL oil to Castrol and other types of high-tech synthetic oils. Create a day in the life post. If you are a real estate agent, write about what it's like to get up in the morning and go show homes and then have to go visit a bank or go deal with a contractor or something like that, and then go meet with clients. Show people what it is that you do in your business. Show them how hard you're working for them. And then, of course, your suggestions. Don't be afraid to ask people just what do they want you to write about? What do they want to hear about on your site? And so these are just some of the ways that you can take the blogging feature of WordPress and really use it to your advantage. It doesn't have to just be these sort of boring, lame, oh, I got up today and I went to the store post. You can really use them to your advantage to gain customers and keep customers. Now, the way to really supercharge your articles is to use video. Grab your flip camera or your iPhone or your plain old video camera, and instead of just writing these articles out, point the camera at yourself and speak these videos. Speak these same things. Instead of just writing your backstory, tell your backstory on camera. Instead of just writing about your customer of the day, interview your customer of the day. Upload it to YouTube, post it on your website, and your website will begin to gain fans and gain traction 10 times faster than what it would if it were just plain text. And beyond that, Google will grab hold of your videos and index those and use them when people are searching for your site as well. Okay, those are some of my best suggestions for what you should write about once your site has been created. With these tools, you have everything that you need to go and create an amazing website using WordPress. If you have any questions about what you've heard today, please don't hesitate to email me at Angie@angiemeekerdesigns.com or Angie@mynameIsAngie.com. Remember, you also have access to the forum at mynameIsAngie.com. Just register there and let me know that you've done it, and I'll add you to a special members-only area of that forum for those who have participated in the Easy WordPress Websites webinar. Thanks again, and I look forward to hearing from you soon about the success you've had building your own Easy WordPress website.